have iPhones, I guess you'll find similar things or the same thing on App Store. Smart audiobooks player, audiobook player, that's number one. What's good about the website here is that it gives you something about the pros and cons of the application. The second one is called LibriVox, L-I-B-R-I-V-O-X. And we've got Material audiobook player. Material audiobook player. What's good about these applications that I'll tell you about the others, that you just download from the Play Store or App Store, and you can download. Now you have the audiobook, you have the text, and you have the audio. You can listen, you can pause. Okay? Do you agree with me that this will help them? Yeah?
We have a big problem in teaching English language here in Egypt. The teacher teaches the students each word read, but by audiobook, I think the student can differentiate between the word inside the sentence and the word spread.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This will lead us to another point which is very important, which is the idea of what you call connected speech. Okay? Connected speech. We'll talk about this idea. Thank you so much. This will help a lot. Another one is called multiplayer. And the last one is called Audible. Audible. A-U-D-I-B-L. Okay? Of course, this might take time. We don't have time for that. You can download at home and check by yourself. Okay? This one, actually, I tried by myself. You'll find on App Store and the Play Store too. It's called the Listen Audiobooks. Wallahi, I found this one amazing because it includes actually like stories with the same ideas. And this would be more interesting. It's not only like some text. No, it's a story that the students can follow in chapters and so on. Some of them are like famous ones, classics and so on, but I hope they will like this one. It's called Listen Audiobooks. Another one, now we move to some. This is for listening. We need to improve their speaking. This is another mobile application, again for Android and for apps on App Store, inshallah. You'll find it. It's called Learn to Speak English. Learn to Speak. What's good about this application is that it gives you it teaches you like English in different situations and what to say in each situation and so on. Okay? I guess this would be more suitable for like lower proficiency levels of students. And again, audiobooks is another link. TED Talks. Who can tell us something about TED Talks? Hello? Yes? Good. What is TED Talks?
TED Talks is a kind of website that shows experiences of some people in some films. They summarize the experiences and give it to other people to benefit from.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Yes? Where is the box of candies? Okay, somebody took it and hid it maybe. Thank you. You deserve one. Yes?
It's called TED, but whenever you want it in your country or your institute, you just add an X. So it's TEDx for you. For example, we have here in
the benefit of teachers and learners? From your point of view, how do you think this might be useful for teachers first?
Because it's about sharing experiences.
That's the idea.
Teachers can watch other teachers talking about their experiences.
Excellent. This is one thing. Yes, please.
For students,
One box for my friend. Yes, please. One now. Take the box. Yes, one can. Yes.
as for students, it enhances the skills of speaking and listening as well.
This is fine. This is for the students. Thank you.
I think that it's a good way to be able to improve the leadership or the speaking way, especially in front of most of the students.
Thank you. Why not? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
You can select one or two students on a weekly basis to prepare talk about 14 minutes.
14 minutes will be too much for them. Let
yeah.
it be 3 minutes,
10
4
minutes.
minutes. They might kill you for that.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Yes. Thank you.
On a weekly basis.
Thank you. Thank you.
Practice speaking
Excellent.
and listening to other students.
Thank you. Yes.
But actually, the teacher can use it in class, and after watching like 5 minutes or something, she can or he can pose some critical thinking questions about
Excellent.
the talk.
Excellent. So, yes, please.
It's very useful for teaching listening and not thinking.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening and note taking. Exactly. Let me show you how this is for teachers. You can watch some videos by teachers sharing experience, something about teaching methodologies and whatever. Okay? It's like, it has a lot of videos about everything. So choose what you want. Let me show you how I did that with my students. And how we can use TED Talk to improve their language. I'll choose any topic, okay? Let's say, for example, that one. I don't know what it is about, actually. How music affects us, for example. Okay? Let's see some of the options that we can give. Of course, you have mobile applications. The website you can use on your laptop, and you'll find mobile applications again on Play Store and App Store for TED Talk. Okay? The idea here is that, look at this. Now I'm going to play the video. Okay? We have the presenter. Okay, let's start by talking, whatever. It's not that important. Still playing. I'm sorry. We need one with talking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe this is just the
introduction,
icebreaker.
yes. I just want to show something else, actually, the part when he speaks, yes. Okay? You'll find here the gentleman talking, okay? One of the options that we can use of the website is that you'll tell me that the students sometimes will find it too difficult to understand what he's talking about. He's talking fast. I can't get every single word that he's saying or she's saying. The first option is the subtitle. Okay? Choose English subtitle, and it is shown here. And the students might toggle. Listen once with or without the subtitle. This is the first option. Another option which is very nice on the website is that the option of the transcript. This one. I choose English transcript. And you'll notice something. You see that can you see this part? This is the video itself. And this is the transcript. And what's nice about that, you'll find that the part that he's saying is highlighted while the presenter is speaking.
So those will improve the language.
It's amazing, really. And some of my students tried it and they loved it. And it really improves their language. Okay? This TED Talk, as I told you, it's a mobile application. You can download the videos if you want and so on. Let's move to something else. British Council, 8. Okay. In my opinion, it is one of the best websites to improve our language for students and for teachers, if it is not the website number one. Honestly, okay? It has a lot of options. And what's nice about it is that it is even categorized according to the level, the proficiency level of the students, according to the CEFR, Common European Framework of Reference, which will be great, okay? That you can choose some materials that will be suitable for the level of the students, either to show it to them or to let them do it by themselves. I will go through the website very quickly because actually it needs hours to talk about. Literally hours, okay? You have the skills here, as I say, you have listening skills, reading skills, and writing. In the listening part, for example, here are the options. I mean, some links, let's take any one of them. What's nice about it is that every audio that you have has got two things. Has got the transcript, okay, because just listening to the audio sometimes might be challenging for the students, plus it has some exercises, some practice after that. And the practice, I mean the exercise that you have are interactive, which means that they will get instant feedback. Let's take any of the audios here. Okay? This is a video. Sometimes you find like videos or audios. Yes?
I'm sorry. How can you find proficiency of our students?
Usually I'll show you something about that in a minute. Because you know the CEFR? Good. You will find next to most of the exercise that this is for A1 or A2 or B1 or B2 and so on. That's why it's very, you're welcome. It did nothing. So you can play the video or the audio, whatever. Here are the exercises. Okay? And as I told you, you just choose and then get instant feedback for your answer. Okay? You got what I mean? After I do the exercise, you get the feedback. This is one thing. This is for listening, as I told you. The same idea is there for, yes?
That's B1 over
Thank you so much. Thank you. Exactly, it tells you intermediate B1, upper, or intermediate B2. It's amazing, actually, okay? So you've got here listening, you've got reading, even something for writing. Reading will give you like a lot of comprehension passages with questions and answers and so on. The writing part, let's see, writing for purpose, English for emails, nearly everything about writing. And then grammar, vocabulary, general English, which is so nice too. And let's start at first with comprehension, for example, reading comprehension for grade 5, for example. Okay, as you see here,
fiction, non-fiction.
yeah, you see non-fiction articles, fiction stories, and so on. Here it tells you that this one is free. I'm going to show you the free one and the one that is not free. Okay, as you see here, why? That's download. PDF. Look at this. Here's the PDF, here's the comprehension passage, okay? With the questions. And the answer key, do you think this will save time?
Sure.
Of course, yes. And simply, you can download, and that's all. This is one thing. And there is something else. Let's choose one of the files that are not free. Look at what you will have here. Here's the PDF, but the point is that we are Egyptians and we have a solution to every problem.
I have.
This is one thing. It's the idea. Okay, modify it somehow or get some ideas. Do you think there is anything on earth that can stop us? No. That's simply. This is what I mean. Okay. In case you do not want to be a member of the website, still there is a solution. Yeah, this might brainstorm some ideas for you. Agree with me? Yes, please.
I think sometimes we need some specific questions.
Yes, sure.
Such as translations, competitions.
Yeah, whatever.
We don't find any of these questions that.
I mean, you feel free here. You have the website and it has a lot of options that you can try by yourself. This is what I mean. Okay? Please.
When I download the file, I can customize it as it is using
Egyptian.
yes, using NetBeans, a program. I can modify it on PDF network.
I told you, we have a solution to every problem.
I use it in my own school.
Thank you so much.
If I may add something, hope you acknowledge the source.
Yes.
It's honest. It's very honest. Thank you so much. Okay, as you see here, you've got a lot of options. As you see here, something. Yes, that's fine. Now, here I got you a website which is called wordsmith.net. This, by the way, all the links, the presentation itself, everything will be added to a Facebook page. I will tell you about at the end of. Oh my God! Don't worry. Okay. All the links, everything that you have in the presentation, even more, you'll find on a Facebook page that I'm going to add at the end of the session. I'll tell you about at the end of the session, inshallah. The first website that we are going to talk about is called wordsmith.net. Okay, this is a very useful website. Let's start and let me show you how we can use it. Let's start. Actually, the websites have a lot of options. Okay, a lot of things that you can do with. But I'm going to focus on just 3 parts of it. The first part is, if you look at the tool that we have here, okay, you've got here glossary maker and quiz maker. These are the first parts, first two parts that I'm going to talk about. Okay, let's start at first by the glossary maker. There are many options, as I told you, that we are going to use. Let's start by the glossary maker. In the glossary maker here, you are going to see here, say that you have, you read your lesson, you got the list of vocabulary that you are supposed to do. Sometimes, as I told you, you write your own examples, you get it from somewhere, but actually this will help you to create like a list of words with their definitions, with some examples and so on. This is the first part that we're going to talk about. Say that we write any list that we want. I'll write like simple words like act. For example, here, if you look at this, choose a dictionary. I guess not clear, so I'm going to read for you. Okay? So the first thing here, choose a dictionary to use for your glossary. You've got advanced, intermediate, and beginners. And that's why I asked at the beginning of the session, which stages do you teach?
It depends on your students.
That's it. That's the idea. Okay? So for primary stage, for example, I may start with beginners. For prep stage, I may use intermediate and so on. Okay? So at first you choose the dictionary that you are going to use for your glossary. That's number one. I would choose, for example, let's start by intermediate. I'm going to write here. Type the words for your glossary in the space below and separate each keyword with a space. By the way, if you'd like to try this by your mobile, if you want, if you'd like to try this now, okay? Then, this is number one. Write them as a list. For example, I'm going to write words like act, like play, like jump, for example. Okay? So act, jump, and play. This is the first step. Number two, you'll find number three, glossary title. And this is optional if you'd like to write, because actually the website offers you a chance to make it like to print out and to have it ready with the title, with the date, with everything. So I'm going to write it anything, Maadi library, for example. Okay. Then step 3, choose which fields to display. Here in this glossary, I may choose either this concise dictionary or thesaurus, or you custom it. In the custom option, as you see here, you can include in your glossary, you can include the syllables, the definitions, even you can add antonyms, synonyms, examples, similar words, synonyms, and so on, and related words. So even you can use them all or choose some of them. I'm going to choose, like, let's say the definition and example and antonym, maybe similar words and synonym. This is the second step. I've checked these boxes. Then after that, I press next. I would like you to see what we have here. So number 1, because I'm just logging in as just a guest, you can, by the way, you can sign up for free to give you the chance to make more than 12 words. Okay, this is the option. As you see here, it gives you the option, tells you these words are the words that are included are act, jump, and play. Select the definition that you want to use, click customize, whatever, it tells you the steps. And then the other options, you can choose from here whatever you want, select definition for each word, or definition for each part of the speech, or select all definitions, or select which definition to use. Okay? Let's select, for example, all definitions. You notice here that these are all the definitions, as you see, that have been selected for the word, and then after that, press next. What do you think? Is it clear? Not that clear? Look at this. It makes like a glossary for you that you can use, you can send or print out for your students. The word act, it's a noun, it tells you about the part of the speech. It gives you examples. The synonym of act, you have here action and deed. Similar words like whatever, the verb, and so on. You got the idea? This is the first step, that you can use it as a glossary for your, you know, sometimes in school booklets and whatever, you add like
the last part of any school books, there is a glossary.
Right? So you can create your own glossary for your students. This is the first option that you can have from this website. I'm going to choose something else here, which is quiz maker. Say that I would like to make a quiz for my students. Okay, this quiz might be like fill-in maker, that they can fill in the missing words, they can match, or they can have it as a multiple choice. Okay, let's choose multiple choice, which is more common for most of us, with the same idea. Again, I'd like you to remind me, number 1, we choose the dictionary, the level. Advanced, huh?
Intermediate and intermediate.
Good. Still it is on the intermediate. You write the words that you want. Multiple choice quiz title. It gives you the title. Write the title that you want, and then it tells you, in this exercise, what would you like to have? Would you like to include the definitions only, or the examples, or maybe both? Okay. So this time I'm going to choose examples. Okay. Here is the next step. Again with the same idea, you find here that
Actually, you can choose one for, I mean, definition or example.
one of them. I'm sorry. Not both. Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. examples. Include as many as you want. Okay? This depends on the number of sentences that you would like to create. And then after that, you move to the next point. Next. And here you go. What do you notice here? This is the first step before doing any modifications. Okay? This is the title of the exercise, and I'll show you the final edition of it. The title of the exercise. Here the students might write their names. Here's the example. You got the idea? Yeah. But so far it's not finished yet. It's not done yet. Then after that, there are two options. Either you can regenerate answers or press next. And here is the final copy. What do you think?
Wonderful.
Don't you agree with me that this will save a lot of time for us? Just write the words, and you have a ready-made exercise for them. But of course, you need to revise. You may do something, and that's why you have the option in the previous page that you can customize. I'll show it to you. You see, for each one you can customize, change whatever you want. Fine. And I want you to notice something here in the next page. This is the final edition of the exercise. Here it tells you these are the options. Show the answers if you want, and this is very important for you. I've been a school teacher for years. Okay? Sometimes we need to save time and effort. So we need to have the answer key for correction. So it will be better if you prepare this version with the answer key first. So here you can show the answers.
What's the tab for try online? Try online.
Sorry?
Try online is what?
That you can do it online.
Yeah. Can I take the link to give the students?
That's it. That's that it. If you have internet access in class, they can do it.
So that their answers go away.
Yeah.
Their answers go away.
Honestly, I did not try online. Honestly. Okay. And then after that, you've got two options. Option number one is to print. So you can just print it out. You have this ready-made exercise, or you can save it somehow to use after that to print or whatever. But this course will require you to sign up for the website. So here we talked about the first option, which is using the glossary. The second one, which is Quiz Maker. Now let's move to something else on the same website. Okay?
Please, Mr.
Yes, please.
May I use it in a science lesson?
Anything you want. Anything. Do the whatever, but I guess it will be
Scientific terms and
scientific terms and so on. You know, it is for vocabulary. I'm not sure if you use scientific vocabulary. Why?
Definitions.
Definitions.
Definitely.
Definitions. Why not? That's it. It never came to my mind anyway.
Yeah, it's so flexible.
Yeah. Yes.
Again, the name of the application or the website is Wordsmith with a Y, not an I, right? Just so everyone remembers, right? I'm putting it, Smith.
Myth. Yes. Smith. Yeah.
With a Y, not
with a
an
Y.
I.
Yes. Yeah.
Because there used to be one back in time called Wordsmith with an I.
The other one, Smith. I know that with an I. Yes. That's that. Now, you have some of you teach primary stage. Does anybody teach KGs? KGs? No KG teachers? Whatever. Okay. Let me ask a question. Kids love pictures, do they? Of course. Of course. I'm sorry. And adults. How are you? Anyway, the website has got a section for kids, as you see here. And this offers you a picture dictionary, which is great. Okay, and remind me please, inshallah, on our Facebook page, if you just send me a message, I will send you a link or upload a link to a PDF, which is a picture dictionary of Oxford. Okay, which will be so useful to you if you use pictures a lot. And even you can share with your students. Let's see how this works. Again, I found it so lovely actually because it will give you, it's like a dictionary but with pictures only. So the kids will see the picture and they can hear how it is pronounced and how the word is pronounced, and they will know the word itself. You think this is nice for them? Or just that? Here it gives you at first like a video about how you can use it. Anyway, it has many options as you see here. I'm sorry we don't have loudspeakers, but let me show you some options in the dictionary. Here is the picture dictionary, for example. You got the idea? Gives you the pictures and you can hear the word. Okay? And the kids watch the picture and so on. Okay? Here it is, the letter E, the letter L, and so on. Do you think this some that the kids will like? That's okay. This is the second or the third option of this website. Let's move to something else. Let me ask you another question. Okay, are you too busy to prepare worksheets? And do you sometimes run out of ideas for exercises? Does this happen to us? All the time. I love that. Especially when you have a lovely supervisor, okay, who keeps asking you for doing work quickly to meet the deadline and so on, right? We all work under pressure. What do you do at that time?
I use some websites like
Thank you. Like what?
en.isl.com.
Amazing.
Like eslprintables.com.
Thank you.
And so on.
Very good. Very
Save
good.
a lot of time.
So you promise, inshallah, when you join our Facebook group page, that you will add these links.
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, here are some websites that I hope will be useful to everybody. Teacher worksheets. Okay, and I guess everybody here is a teacher of English. Am I right? Raise your hand if you are teaching something else. I'm a science teacher. Good. That's all. French and science. Something else. The others are teachers of English. And anyway, this is useful for everybody, for all teachers, by the way. Okay, it's called superteacherworksheets.com. Let's have a look at the website. Read. 1 minute. Here's that. As you see here, the first section is for math. The second is for reading and writing, and this I would like to what I'm going to talk about. Okay, and early literacy, and even you have something for handwriting, for grammar, spelling lists, chapter books, and science, social studies, and nearly all school subjects. Okay? There is something here, honestly. Actually, not all the website is for free. Okay? Got some finance and early literacy, alphabet, finance worksheets, even for handwriting. okay, for those who teach. Yes, spelling lists. Okay, and then after that we've got science and social studies. Okay, don't mind, we can close that one. Back to another useful source. This is something else with nearly the same idea, okay, which is called Minds in Bloom. I love the website, okay. I don't teach primary stage, okay, but actually I love it. Let's have a look at that, mindsinbloom.com. And with the same ideas, it's got freebies, it's got downloadable materials, and so on. Just choose what you feel suitable for your class. Here it is. Okay? As you see here, many things that will be useful even for teachers, like classroom management and so on. Okay, let's choose any of them about the reading, for example, or about that one. And as you see, you found free downloads and so on with a lot of printables, a lot of ideas. What I liked most about this website is that the idea of the projects. It gives you ideas for projects in class again, for primary and for prep stage and so on, which will be so useful too. Okay? Let's have a look at one of them. Let it be back to school task card, for example. Okay? This is, I'm sorry. You've got to pay for that. We don't do that. And free download, anyway, check it by yourself. It has a lot of lovely materials. Okay? mindsinbloom.com. Another one, which is ESL Galaxy. And in my opinion, this is the richest of them. Okay?
Is it free?
Mostly, not all. Okay? Again, you'll find even ESL plans, materials, activities, printables, games. And what's nice about this one is that it has interactive games. So if you have internet access in your classroom, this will be great. You know, kids love that. Let's have a look at the website. It's mostly free. Okay? Look at this, even ESL plans and resources for kids. Let's have a look at one of them. Fun games for ESL teaching.